Code review, speedrun time, let's fucking go. Okay, so in the top level helper functions, we have robbery tools. We have a function evt row nums that takes a keyboard event and determines whether or not we've pressed one of those row numbers on the QWERTY keyboard. So by default, negative because it's false. We're going to assign which to WIC and then the name of the key to NAM, and we're going to uppercase this just to make things easier. If we zero out the WIC, the key code number, then we should be getting a value 0 to 9 if we do actually have a number. And if we do have a number, we're going to debug and see that we have one of these cases specifically, right? So the key code should be 48 to 57 for the row numbers, and the digit should be one of these specific names right here. And if it's not one of these cases, if one of these cases doesn't happen, then we have a problem and we're going to end up down here with an error. Otherwise, everything is okay, do nothing. And then right here, we're going to zero this out so that the first key is going to be 0. So if we return 0 through 9, then we actually have a row number. Otherwise, we're going to return negative, and we're turning that right here. Okay, so EVT arrow keys, we're going to take a keyboard event, and we're going to return whether or not it's a arrow key. So negative for false, the same stuff we did previously, a little diagram explaining how it's going to go down. And then right here, we're going to zero it out. And if we get 0 to 4 minus 1 inclusive, then we have one of the arrow keys. We're going to debug right here and make sure that we have one of these key codes or one of these names here. And if we do, we're okay. Otherwise, we're going to throw an error. And then down here, we're going to remap to scan line order. So up is going to be 0, left is going to be 1, and then right is 2, and then going down is 4, and then otherwise we fucked up, okay? And then right here is negative. If it's not actually an arrow key, return that value right here. Okay, down here in editor controller 2, here is the key down handler for editor controller 2. Is the key press handled? And then a shorthand reference to the event object. And if we're doing one of those row numbers, then we're going to steal the behavior of the previous controller and say we handled it, okay? If we're doing the arrow keys, same thing. We're going to steal the behavior of the previous editor by deferring to that editor and say, hey, we handled the key. Otherwise, if we have not handled the key, then we put all of our custom logic that is custom to editor controller 2 here. Like and subscribe. I am out of fucking time.